The story begins in a museum in Greece, where a guide is explaining ancient myths to a group of visitors. The most special item there is an ancient staff, connected to Homer's tales, believed to hold the power of all the gods within it. Suddenly, two people wearing Spartan-style armor storm inside and smash the glass case, causing the entire museum to echo with alarms. As they remove their helmets, they are revealed to be the daughters of Atlas, Hespera, and Calypso. The moment they touch the staff, immense power surges back into their bodies, as if a force dormant for years has suddenly been unleashed. Without wasting a second, Calypso uses her magical abilities to take control of the security guards. Gradually, the entire museum staff falls under her command, and people begin to panic and run in fear. Just then, the museum's security system activates, sealing all the exits. Now, Hespera uses her power and brings the marble statues in the museum to life. These statues start grabbing people and holding them in place, turning them into part of the exhibit itself. Calmly, Hespera tells her sister that humans may become superheroes, but in the end, they are still human, and they should not underestimate the wizard because he must have carefully chosen his champions. On the other side, in Philadelphia, Billy Batson, in his superhero form Shazam, is sitting in a doctor's clinic, opening up about his feelings like it's a therapy session. Billy is deeply troubled because his family is slowly drifting away from him. Everyone wants their own life now, and no one wants to fight crime together all the time anymore. This hurts him deeply, as he feels like he's losing the people who mean the most to him. After the therapy session, Billy Batson returns home and tries to calm himself down by playing video games. That's when he notices his brother Freddie Freeman quietly sneaking out without saying anything. Suspicious, Billy picks up his phone and hears a police radio alert. There's been a major accident on a bridge. Without wasting time, Billy calls his entire team, and they all rush to the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. The scene there is extremely dangerous. A fire truck has overturned, causing a massive explosion, and the entire bridge is shaking, as if it could collapse at any moment. Steel cables are snapping one by one, the road is cracking apart, and cars are slowly sliding toward the edge, ready to fall into the river below. The Shazam family jumps straight into action. Together, they begin pulling people out of their vehicles and moving them to safety. Pedro Peña tries to reconnect the broken cables using his strength, but for every cable he fixes, more keep breaking. It becomes clear that saving the bridge is no longer possible. After a lot of effort, they manage to rescue everyone, and within moments, the entire bridge collapses into the river below. Watching this, Billy realizes that if their team had worked better together, this disaster might have been avoided. After this, Billy decides that a proper team meeting is necessary. He goes to find Eugene Choi, who is exploring a place called the Doom Room, a space filled with portals to different worlds. While searching for him, Billy sees a giant monster throw Eugene out through a doorway. Without hesitation, Billy catches him and brings him straight to the meeting room. Now, with full seriousness, Billy tries to explain to the team what everyone is doing wrong and how they can improve, but no one takes him seriously. Mary Bromfield stays busy with her book. Freddie makes an excuse and leaves, and Eugene says he needs a shower because the monster's saliva is burning his skin. One by one, everyone walks away, and in the end, Billy is left alone, still talking to himself. At school, Freddie Freeman is walking through the hallway when he accidentally bumps into a new girl, Anne, who is trying to find her class. Freddie immediately starts helping her and walks along with her. But just then, a group of bullies shows up and starts bothering him, mocking him. They even bend his crutch. Before things can get worse, a teacher arrives and stops them. After that, Freddie tries his best to impress Anne. He starts making big claims, saying he is close friends with all the superheroes. He even goes as far as saying that Superman once had lunch with him in the school cafeteria. It's clear that he's just saying anything to impress her. On the other side, in the realm of the gods, Hespera and Calypso have reached the place where Wizard Shazam is being held captive. They show him the broken staff, which they have now recovered, and reveal that all their powers have returned. Then, using their strength, they force the wizard to permanently fuse the two halves of the staff. The wizard tries to refuse, but he has no power against them. As soon as the staff is restored, he attempts to take it back, but Hespera throws him away with immense force. Still, in the chaos, the wizard secretly manages to hide a small piece of the staff in his hand and quietly chants a spell. Shortly after, far away in Paris, Billy Batson is having dinner with Wonder Woman. Everything seems normal at first, but suddenly Wonder Woman's face changes, and through her, the wizard begins speaking to Billy. He warns him that the daughters of Atlas are coming, and they want to take over the entire world, and that his family is also in danger. He is just about to reveal how to stop them, but suddenly the magic fades, and everything disappears. Billy snaps back to reality, unable to understand whether what just happened was real or just a dream. The next morning, at school, Freddie Freeman Freeman is sitting in the cafeteria when Anne shows up again and asks him to take her to the same place where he had lunch with superheroes. Freddy is still thinking about what to say when suddenly Billy arrives and quickly pulls him away because an emergency meeting has been called. When all the siblings gather together, Billy tells them about the warning given by the wizard. He also says that he tried searching online about the Daughters of Atlas, but couldn't find much useful information. That's when Pedro Peña says he knows a place that might help them. He leads everyone through a hidden path inside the Rock of Eternity. This path takes them to a massive and mysterious library, completely different from any normal one. There, they find a magical pen named Steve, said to have knowledge of the entire universe. Billy asks it about the Daughters of Atlas, and the pen instantly starts writing on its own, listing all the books in the library that contain information about them. On the other side, Freddy brings Anne to the school rooftop. This time, he takes a bigger step to impress her. He tells her that he can introduce her to a real superhero. Without thinking twice, he goes to a corner and uses his powers to transform into his superhero form. When he comes back, he pretends like he and this superhero are two different people and are very good friends, but in reality, they are the same person. Meanwhile, back in the library, the rest of the family finally begins to uncover real information. While reading the ancient texts, Mary Bromfield explains that the staff was originally created by Atlas himself, and it was made from the wood of the Tree of Life. Now they realize that this staff is not just a weapon, but a kind of magical battery that can store the powers of different gods within it. That's exactly why its power is extremely dangerous. From the books, they also learn that after the ancient war between the gods and the Titans, some human wizards took control of this staff. They trapped the powers of the gods inside it and passed them on to a chosen human, and that's where the powers of Billy Batson and his family originally came from. Just then, news of the Greece Museum attack starts playing on TV. Everyone immediately suspects that the Daughters of Atlas are behind it. Then Pedro Peña notices something important. Atlas didn't have just 2, but 3 daughters. Hespera and Calypso have already been seen at the museum, but the youngest daughter's name is Anthea. The moment Billy hears this name, something clicks in his mind. He remembers the new girl Freddy mentioned, Anne. But before Billy can do anything, Hespera and Calypso arrive on the school rooftop, where Freddy Freeman is still present. Hespera strikes Freddy hard in the chest with her staff, and in that very moment, his superhero form disappears. He returns to his normal, powerless state. He tries to transform again, but nothing happens. His powers are completely gone. Hespera throws him to the ground and demands to know where the rest of the family is. At that moment, Calypso looks up and spots Billy flying toward them from a distance. Now they don't need to ask anything anymore. Suddenly, Anne, who is actually Anthea, reveals her true powers. She bends the surrounding buildings, twisting the entire environment, and Billy crashes straight into a wall. The rest of his siblings arrive as well, and now the entire Shazam family stands together. Calypso wants to strip all their powers right away, but Hespera and Anthea stop her. Their real goal is the Seed of Life, and they don't want to get distracted. Then Hespera grabs Freddy and flies into the sky, and creates a massive magical dome around the entire city, trapping everything inside. Billy strikes the dome with lightning using all his strength, but it has no effect. Now Billy can only stand there helplessly, as his brother Freddy disappears inside the dome. In the realm of the gods, Freddy Freeman regains consciousness and finds himself chained inside a dark dungeon. Right beside him, Wizard Shazam is also held captive. Freddy immediately starts looking for a way to escape, but the wizard calmly tells him that there is no hope left because he has already given all his powers to Billy Batson. On the other side, back on Earth, Billy realizes that things won't work without a proper plan. He takes his family back to the magical library, where the pen named Steve gives them special enchanted scrolls. These scrolls turn into paper birds as soon as a message is written on them and fly directly to the person they are meant for. Meanwhile, Hespera tries to force Freddy to reveal the true identities of the other superheroes, but Freddy refuses to say anything. Then Calypso uses her dangerous magic to torture him and break his will, but Freddy endures everything and still says nothing. Suddenly, the paper bird sent by Billy arrives there. Hespera reads the message and tells Calypso to stop. The message offers a deal. If Freddy is released, all 5 heroes will give up their powers. Calypso immediately agrees, but cunningly orders her guards to throw Freddy and the wizard into a deep pit, where a terrifying creature named Ladon lives, a monster that fills people with unbearable fear just by looking at them. As the creature approaches Freddy, Anthea steps forward. After spending time with Freddy, her humanity has started to awaken, and she cannot watch him die. She saves both of them and leaves them inside a labyrinth, quickly telling them that the exit is in the center before rushing back. Meanwhile, on Earth, Billy confronts Hespera directly, demanding Freddy's release and the removal of the dome around the city. But Hespera firmly refuses and demands her full power in return. Billy calls his family, but Calypso is already prepared. She suddenly attacks and strikes Pedro Peña with the staff, stealing all his powers. Just then, Darla Dudley distracts her, and Eugene Choi attacks with lightning. But Hespera kicks Billy hard, and with a single gesture, stops Eugene and Darla. Billy refuses to give up. He flies high into the sky with all his strength and then crashes down at full speed onto Hespera, cracking the ground beneath them and freeing his siblings once again. Now, the battle beneath the ground becomes even more dangerous. Hespera slams Billy Batson hard into a pillar, cracking the walls around them. Just then, Mary Bromfield and Darla Dudley arrive and pin Hespera down to the ground. Billy seizes the moment and strikes her with full force, but Hespera quickly breaks free. She traps Mary and Darla in iron wires and hurls a heavy wooden box straight at Billy, sending him flying across the room. After that, Hespera grabs Billy and repeatedly smashes him against the wall, each impact shattering it further. Then she uses her power to form a massive sphere of metal and debris and throws it at him, but Billy dodges at the last second, and the sphere crashes directly into Hespera instead. Taking the chance, Billy captures her and drags her through a hidden path into the Rock of Eternity, where they lock her up. A plan is formed. Hespera will be released in exchange for Freddie Freeman, but they don't realize that Hespera still has her powers, and she has already melted the prison door and escaped. When Darla goes to check, the cell is empty, and everyone realizes something has gone terribly wrong. Meanwhile, Hespera reaches the labyrinth, where Freddy and Wizard Shazam are trying to find a way out. Suddenly, Hespera pulls out an apple from her pocket, but this is no ordinary fruit. It comes from the Tree of Life. The moment the wizard sees it, he understands that if it falls into the wrong hands, it could bring massive destruction. Reaching the main hall, Hespera shows the fruit to her sisters. Their plan is to use it to restore the realm of the gods to its former glory. But Calypso has something far more dangerous in mind. She wants to grow the tree on Earth, which could lead to complete destruction of the planet. Meanwhile, Billy and his team arrive while chasing Hespera. Freddy hides behind a statue and, as soon as he gets a chance, tries to snatch the fruit, but accidentally drops something, and the noise draws everyone's attention toward him. Hespera is about to attack, but suddenly a strange sound echoes through the hall, distracting everyone for a brief moment. Taking advantage of this, the wizard tries to grab the staff, but fails to control it, and it slips from his hands, flying straight toward Calypso. In the middle of this chaos, Freddie Freeman seizes the moment and lightly taps the staff with his crutch, and suddenly, all his powers return. He immediately grabs the Tree of Life fruit and runs. Calypso becomes furious, and now refuses to give the staff to Hespera. Instead, she summons a dangerous dragon, Ladon, which starts chasing the heroes. The entire Shazam family flies out of the Rock of Eternity into the sky, but the dragon keeps following them. They land in a scrapyard to catch their breath and make a plan, but Calypso arrives there as well, and, with a single strike, steals the powers of Freddy, Eugene Choi, and Darla Dudley. At that moment, Billy Batson makes a quick decision. He throws the fruit into the air, and Mary Bromfield catches it and flies in the opposite direction to distract Calypso. Calypso goes after her. Mary tries her best to escape, but eventually, Calypso's staff touches her, and all her powers fade away mid-air. She begins to fall. Billy doesn't waste a second. He rushes after her and catches her just in time, bringing her safely to the ground. But in the meantime, Calypso reaches the center of a stadium and plants the Seed of Life into the ground. The moment the seed touches the earth, its roots spread rapidly, and suddenly, terrifying mythical creatures begin emerging from the ground. Minotaurs, harpies, cyclops, and chimera-like beasts spread across the city, creating chaos everywhere. From the top of a tall building, Billy and his family watch all of this and realize that the situation is now completely out of control. Just then, Anthea comes to them and says she can try to convince Hespera. She goes to her sisters and explains that the tree has now been corrupted, and instead of destroying Earth, they should restore their own realm. Hespera listens and realizes that Calypso has gone too far. She decides to stop this destruction herself. But suddenly, the dragon under Calypso's control attacks from behind and severely injures Hespera. After that, Calypso turns on Anthea. Anthea tries to escape, but it's too late, and all her powers are taken away. She falls to the ground as a normal human. Now only Billy remains, the last one with powers. He tells his family to spread out across the city and stop the creatures, while he himself will face Calypso and the dragon. His siblings rush into the city trying to stop the monsters in every street, but soon they realize it's not enough. That's when an idea strikes Darla, and she asks Steve, what do these mythical creatures fear the most? Steve the Pen writes the answer. These dangerous creatures are most afraid of unicorns. notes. The wizard quietly says that real unicorns are not the cute creatures from stories, but actually very dangerous. But Darla Dudley doesn't care about that. She finds out that unicorns live in dark caves and feed on ambrosia, and soon she manages to find one. As the unicorn sees her, it charges to attack. But instead of being scared, Darla holds out colorful jelly beans in her hand. The unicorn stops, sniffs them, and then calmly starts eating. And just like that, Darla makes a new friend. Soon enough, Darla is riding through the city with an entire army of unicorns, and these creatures drive away all the other dangerous monsters. Meanwhile, near the edge of the city, Freddie Freeman and Anthea are hiding with a group of people. Suddenly, Calypso arrives riding the dragon and uses its mind control power on the people. But this power doesn't work on Freddie, and he quickly takes Anthea away from there. Just then, Billy Batson arrives and snatches the staff from Calypso. Now, Billy flies toward the Tree of Life with full power, lightning crackling around him as the staff glows with intense energy. Below, Hespera removes the dome as promised, giving Billy a clear path. Billy charges the staff with everything he has, when suddenly, the dragon launches one final blast of fire at him. Billy endures the attack and strikes back with a powerful punch, sending the dragon crashing away. Now the staff is fully charged. Billy shouts, "Shazam!" and drives it into the ground with all the power he has left. A massive explosion erupts. A blinding light spreads everywhere. The entire stadium shakes, and the power across the area goes out at once. The dragon falls. All the dangerous creatures vanish, but as the light fades, Billy lies broken on the ground. All his powers are gone. His family runs toward him, but it's too late. Billy is gone. Later, in the realm of the gods, Anthea says that Billy should be buried with honor. Everyone gathers under a tree and says their goodbyes. When Darla quietly asks the wizard, "Can this world be restored again?" the wizard replies, "Only a true god can do that. And now, no gods remain." Just then, Wonder Woman suddenly appears. Without saying a word, she picks up the staff and plants it into the ground, and a miracle happens. Greenery begins to return everywhere. Trees start growing. The world begins to come back to life. Anthea's powers are restored, and then that same magic reaches Billy. Suddenly, he takes a breath. His eyes open. He comes back to life. His entire family embraces him. The realm of the gods is restored. The dome over the city disappears, and Billy Batson, who sacrificed everything, finally returns home. So, how did you like this movie? Make sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories. See you in the next video.